Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program. Here we are on TV. Once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. I'm still here and alive and making it through the days, one day at a time. What is this? What are we doing? It's Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. It's Tuesday, the real day of the week anymore. It's hard to tell. I got the timer going. I got the dates going. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TCTV, hopefully. And, life is what you make it. So let's make it rock. Yeah, things are happening in the world, but I'm not going anywhere. You know, on the days I don't have work, I just don't leave the house, and today was not an exception. I did the program at 8:45 last night with James and Heather, and they were, James was talking about his struggles with drug. We're talking to Heather about something. Heather was doing stuff too, and Heather was out there, James was out there. Oh, Freddy's on the Zoom, looks like. Let's see if we can get him going. Freddy's got a title. I gotta get this thing zoomed. Zoom into the Zoom. Frederick Dobler, producer. He's got a little title. I gotta get my own title, Freddy, or I guess I have one. That's funny. So I bet he's gonna coming back down pretty soon. Oh yeah, there's that thing. So that's good. That means we're live and it knows. This thing knows. So Freddy's on there. Oh, you watching on the YouTube? That must be the YouTube up there, right? So let's see if I can go. This is how I can tell. And it's going to go to blue blinking. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the YouTube feed. Hard to tell. Yeah, I did the program at 8:45 yesterday, and then I didn't go outside. I just don't put on shoes between the other times. Not going out. So, not much to do or say, but I lived another day of television and other things. Looks like we got some messages. Berd left a message. Freddy left a message. We can listen to Freddy's message while he's on there, because I think I saw him walking around. Okay. Uh-oh. Here it is. Here's this message from Freddy. The producer, Frederick Dobler. Producer. Here it is. The message.
Hey, program, this is Freddy. Just calling to give you some production and news. We are back on TV, scheduled at 11:30 and 2 a.m., and I discovered a really exciting happenstance thanks to our new system of uploading straight to YouTube or live streaming to YouTube. We actually can just submit the files we download to YouTube when using the main YouTube live stream OBS system thing. So basically that means I don't have to convert any of the 11:30 episodes, only the ones from 2 a.m. So that's really exciting. It also means that we are scheduled out on TV with every episode up till yesterday. So,
wow.
Should make things a lot easier going forward. I'm sure you'll be hearing from me today, watching on YouTube at 8:45.
That's right.
Talk to you then.
Did you drop off some files, Freddy? I think you must have. I'm not going to call him, though, because he's in the room somewhere over there. All right, let's go to the next message from Berd. Maybe we should... Hey, Freddy! Freddy, can you hear me? No? Freddy can't. It doesn't seem like you can hear me. Hello, I'm talking to you. Freddy. This is weird. It's like I'm talking or watching the Freddy show, but he can't hear me. Or something. Are you not aware that it's on YouTube, Freddy? I don't know what he's doing over there. Can you not hear me? Freddy! Yeah, I'm talking to you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Freddy's trying to fix it. Nope. Can't hear ya. Can't hear ya.
Hey Kenny, how you doing?
Hey.
Looking good. It's Monday going on Tuesday, and I noticed your eyebrows have pretty much gone back. Looks good. And noticed your studio. You moved around there a little bit. Oh, you're yawning now.
Oh, I gotta plug it in. That's why I can't hear you.
You got a different background there. You still got the bottle of Jack Daniels on your right side, and you got maybe a picture of a tiger on its side to your right, and then there's maybe a record with some dancers in pink tutus behind you. So I wonder what that's doing. And maybe got some shirts down below there. So I wonder why you moved your
There,
stuff in
Freddy,
the
I think I got it
basement.
working. Can you hear me?
It's probably already been asked and answered. But
Can you hear me?
been thinking about you as usual. I'm sorry I don't call every day.
Oh, no, I can't hear you yet. I'm working on
Think
it.
about you every day. Maybe not every single day, but probably 6 out of 7
Try
days.
again.
And yep. Hope you're doing well. And I miss you.
Oh, join audio. There.
Have a 1-2.
There.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, good.
I could hear.
You hear Berd just left a message?
Berd left a message?
Just left a message on the YouTube if you're watching the thing. I just
Oh,
listened,
shit. Oh, yeah. Where is I gotta get on that thing.
I just listened to your message too.
Oh, good. Yeah, you kind of like know what I was meaning to talk about then.
Yeah, we're back on TCTV, huh?
Back on TCTV, and then even better is that, like, it seems as if that what we're doing with the, like, live stream system makes a YouTube file that I can just download from YouTube and give straight to TCTV without converting.
Uh-huh.
So that's cool, because, like, nothing we've done up to this point has been that. Like, it's always needed to be converted somehow. And we'll find out at 11:30 tonight. I turned in all the episodes up until yesterday in the YouTube download format. So if it works, then we're doing real good, I guess. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it hasn't worked yet, huh?
It hasn't worked yet. It should work tonight at 11:30 p.m. on TCTV channel 22. So
Yeah, did you go in there and drop off the physical hard drive or?
I dropped off like a little thumb drive.
Yeah. All the thumb drive has like a month of episodes on it?
Yeah,
Wow, they're smaller then, huh?
they are smaller. Yeah, they're like about half a gig basically, and
Wow. Because that's like a quarter.
4 gigabytes big. So I don't know. It's like too much.
Didn't they used to be like 2 gigs?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is definitely like the smallest file we've ever turned into TCTV. So I guess we'll see what the quality's like, but
Well, I don't think it could be bad. Like this
Right.
quality is bad. Like, is it gonna be lower than 480p? Like, that would be pretty crazy.
I feel like we've already been like upscaling or something, probably.
Yeah.
Like in every instance. Although I think early on when TCTV was still like broadcasting in standard definition, we maybe were not upscaling, but at least it was just like kind of a clunky file format or something.
Yeah. I think that I heard that video is kind of 480p, but maybe it's even like half of that somehow with like the scan lines or something. So it's more like it's like 480-ish, but maybe more like 220 truly with the scanning. Yeah, that's some nice graphics you got there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got the yeah. There it is down there. And yesterday I noticed that you got the thing on real fast, like the YouTube up like that very night. Did you watch it on YouTube?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
Were you waiting to get summoned and then we didn't? I was almost like about to do it.
What?
I was like, oh, I'm gonna say at the end. I was like, oh, maybe I'll call Freddy, and then we ran out of time. I was like, maybe Freddy's watching the. Yeah. Were you waiting to get called? Maybe.
You know, sometimes I'm like I'm watching, tuning in, like doing other things. or
Yeah.
something. Sometimes I'm actively watching and like making the titles, and sometimes when I'm actively doing it, like if something pops up and I want to talk, I'll just like zoom in.
Okay.
And get it.
Yeah. This way, like the way you're doing it now, it really seems like it's like the new, like we're on the news. And I'm like, hey, over to you, the producer.
Welcome to On the Front Lines in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh
cool.
man, I'm eating. I'm like today was like, don't buy things day.
Oh yeah, I didn't buy anything today.
So I usually don't buy anything. Most days these days I don't buy things, but today was the day that I was gonna buy things.
Uh-oh.
But I didn't buy things because I still have food. I still have like a lot of food in my home, but you know it's like I'm down to like cans and like things that I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
But I probably should eat them anyway, so I am doing that today. I'm eating this thing that I always tell other people to eat. It's not very good. But it counts as
Beans?
food. It is chili spaghetti.
What? You tell people to eat that?
I tell people to eat the chili spaghetti. I'm like, come with chili spaghetti. So what it is spaghetti, noodles, and then you put chili on it.
That doesn't sound very good. I guess.
It's not great. Well, you know, so like, you know, have you ever seen like this like thing, this movie, there's a movie trip of old ladies eating dog food?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Like it's like if you're old, for some reason, old ladies who are very poor, and then they don't have any money, and they can't do anything, so they end up eating dog food.
Oh yeah.
And then people are like, oh, dog food, but chili is really similar to dog food.
So you must be talking about like not dry dog food, but wet dog.
Wet dog food out of a can, yeah.
Oh well, I mean that is like hardly dog food then. To me, dog food is like the dry dog food. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
no, the old ladies aren't eating the dry dog food. They're eating the mushy meat mush.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. But chili by itself, or like with like a bread with butter on it or something, or like, you know, what do you have with chili? Like chips or something? It's like, that's nice. But you're mixing like two really soft foods of like different styles of soft texture. I feel like the mistake you made was mixing same like softness ratio and different textures and lengths, really.
It's like almost tomato sauce though, you know, chili, like spaghetti sauce. Like,
I guess it depends on what kind of chili you got. Like most of the chili I get is like pretty chunky. It's like chunks and stuff.
I mean, it's chunky, but it's like ground beef and like tomato-y kind of sauce. So it's got beans in it though.
I guess you're right. I mean, good tomato sauce has chunks of meat in it too. So, is it just the spices that are different that make it weird then, or
yeah, it's like the
not
beans.
Weird? Is it good? You're eating it and it's delicious.
No, I'm eating it, but this is all I'm gonna eat today. So I'm just eating it.
man.
Like I'm finally doing it. I'm eating food that I don't even want to eat. People are like, oh yeah, I don't like that. Like I don't like when people say that they don't like things. Like, oh, I'm not going to eat that food. I don't like that food.
Right.
It's like, you don't like that food? Like, what's wrong with it? You don't like the taste of it? Like, if it's food, just like shove it in your face.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing.
Good. Now it's like as if you've given yourself advice.
Yeah.
And you're taking it.
It's like Cincinnati. They call it Cincinnati spaghetti, though. It's a thing in Cincinnati that they do, but I think they do it more on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
they probably spice it in a way where it's pleasurable in that case then.
I think it's more actually closer to spaghetti sauce with like maybe some chili stuff in it than just like opening a can of chili and putting it on spaghetti. But it smelled and looked and tastes, I think, what I imagine dog food would taste like. I've never actually eaten the canned dog food, but like I'm like, why don't they just make dog food for people? And they do. It's canned chili, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to eat today. I only had like a big can too. This is like from, so like right when it went down, we called my mother and I was like, Mom, I'm scared of the world. I think I'm going to die soon. The virus is going to kill me, which I'm still a little bit scared. I mean, I'm on the waves still up and down, but she like brought me some food, even though I didn't ask her to bring me food. She brought me like a bunch of old food, and this is chili can. It's from that thing. And it was like a big chili can. Like too big to eat in one sitting, but
wow.
So I opened it up and now it's
it's like bunkering down food. You're like getting ready for the fallout shelter or something.
Yeah, well, I'm eating the food now, but it tastes like dog food. But I haven't bought food in a few weeks, but I was gonna buy it today, but now I didn't, and now I told myself I'm gonna hold off on a whole nother week because I usually get it on Tuesdays.
Another week?
So I'm gonna spend this next week. I'm gonna eat lots of beans and rice and canned things.
That's probably okay, I guess.
That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna live.
There is something about like deciding like, okay, on this day I'm not gonna spend any money, and like I did this today, and then like I was doing the dishes and the sponge was like the green part, like scrubby part had pretty much all worn off. And so it was just like yellow, soft sponge. And I was basically thinking to myself, oh, I got to go buy a new sponge. I looked around under the sink.
Yeah.
And there were no other sponges that weren't already kind of gross or something. And so I was like, time to go buy a sponge. But, can't buy anything today. Don't buy a sponge.
Yeah.
I also really want to buy a wheelbarrow. But I didn't go out and buy a wheelbarrow today, so I'm not buying anything. I
usually don't buy things anymore. I used to buy things almost every day, but now I only buy things like once a month, basically.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, today I didn't buy anything yesterday, but I guess I'm not going to buy things today anyway, so I'm going to eat this other food. And the thing about the food is that you think you're like, when you want good food, when you're hungry and you're like, oh, I could go for some good food, but once you eat the bad food, about 20 minutes, you don't want anything anyway. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm full. Especially if you're eating something gross.
Food. I mean, most people probably have like bad food in their pantry already. Like, I know I've got like a bunch of cans I'm not really ready to touch, or like, I'm not sure what they're there for. I guess they're there for this, like in some sort of weird situation where there's no access to food.
Yeah. Well, where did they even come from?
I bought them at some point. I was like, I will use this. And like, maybe they're raw materials for something. Maybe, I think a lot of them are just like, it's a can of a specific type of bean.
Yeah.
And then I end up using maybe black beans all the time, but not the kidney beans. And then the kidney beans just sit there, or like garbanzo beans. I'm not making hummus or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think they're ingredients or something.
Yeah. Also, it's like when you're eating. I think I don't want to be losing weight, but I am losing weight. I'm not on purpose. But if you want to lose weight, start eating things that you don't like to eat. You won't eat as much of it. Because then I'm like just like choking down as much as I can like bear instead of like stuffing myself. Like if I eat the burrito, I would eat the whole burrito and then be like, oh my god. But now I'm like, oh, this chili spaghetti is not very good. I'm like choking it down and then be like, okay, I think that's enough food to live, or something. And then I don't have to eat it all.
The pangs of hunger have dissipated.
Yeah, I did it. So now I'm eating them again, though. But the thing is, now I'm eating this is like all I'm going to eat all day, because I'm not going anywhere. I just like made a ton of it in the morning. Now I'm just eating it, and that's all I get to eat today. Maybe even tomorrow. It's a weird life. I don't know if I like. I'm not. Well,
There's been a couple of these don't spend money days.
yeah.
And I do think that it's good, and I'm down to do it. But I always wonder if it was effective.
Oh no.
I feel like possibly the
Definitely
news
not.
media is not going to be like, hey, very few people went out and purchased things the other day.
Definitely
And
not. This is the same as it is with all these things. It's like you're always preaching to a choir. Like, don't buy things. Like, if people aren't going to buy things, aren't people who are like buying out there buying stuff already. It's not like going to be like somebody's going to sit there and be like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that, or like you're gonna. Even the protests are changing things like in the world. Maybe with the government, so you can maybe change like what's like there, but the people aren't going to be like, oh yeah, you think so? Like racists aren't going to see a protest and they're going to be like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Like that's not how they do it. But we can change like legislation, but you can't change.
That's true.
People.
But it's like you're not. Yeah, I think you're right that you're not going to change the racist's opinion, but then you can make the world better for the people who are actually being.
They're being the people that are being oppressed. You can change the laws and change like how the government is structured so that it helps the people, but the people themselves, so the people are going to not spend the money or not. So I think most people.
And in several generations, possibly there will be less of the like bad racist people.
Oh yeah, I think we're already heading in that direction.
Yeah,
I would.
Here's one. What about the Washington Redskins, the team?
Are they getting changed?
They are changing the name.
What?
They're in the middle of changing the name right now.
Oh, well, that's been like a very low-level change, but that's like another like.
It's a low-level change, but it's like it's a long time coming. People have tried to get it to change before, and then there's been a backlash of sports fans or something, which. I mean, there still is kind of, but I feel like there's this momentum already in the world.
Yeah. What about the Cleveland Indians?
The what?
The Cleveland Indians.
Is that still a thing?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I think they're also trying to do that because I know like Nike took the Redskins merch out of their shops.
Redskins is like a worse name than the Indians already. Yeah. Anyway. Like we're the Blackskins, like that would be real bad, you know. You have the race as a mascot, a race of people. We're the
people
Washington.
Kind of joked about being like, oh, it's the like Washington Caucasians, but then you're really running a dangerous line too with people like showing team support. It's like all bad. You just gotta like stay away from that.
We're the Washington Chinese.
Yeah, it's not good. Not a good idea.
I don't know what they're gonna change the name to. Is it gonna be something not related? Well, this is like the Kansas City Chiefs. There's like a lot of like Native American symbolism that's taken from, but then that's like a lot of that stuff is like all those movies and stuff is fiction anyway. Like the
personal phone call from my dad. I might take this here for a second.
All right, I'm gonna call Berd.
I'm gonna mute.
Call him Berd while Freddy talks to his dad. Washington Redskins, Cleveland Indians, or the Kansas City Chiefs, Cleveland Indians. I don't know who else there. Oh, Berd.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, you on the Zoom or on the phone?
Both.
Oh,
I'm on hold on the Zoom now.
Oh, I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Okay.
How long have you been on the way? Can you hear me on the Zoom? Are you?
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Berd. How are you? You've been on the Zoom the whole time?
Oh, 1 second.
Oh.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I had it muted there.
Oh, I didn't even know you were on there.
Yeah.
I was calling you on the phone. Hey, Daisy. We're talking about the Washington Redskins. I guess they're changing their name.
Yep. Yeah, I heard they're doing the same thing with the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, they are doing it? And what about the
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't know. I imagine that they're probably doing that too.
Yeah. I think that's all of them. I don't know any other Native American themed sports teams. The Chiefs is football,
Yeah.
though, right?
I mean, there's the Blackhawks, I believe, the NHL team.
Is that a hockey team? Is that a Native American thing? Blackhawks?
I think. Maybe.
That's got a bird.
I
That's the
don't
name
know.
of a bird, though. I don't know what
Yeah.
what are they going to change their name to? They haven't
Yeah.
decided yet.
I don't know.
The Native Americans.
Yeah. Have you been watching the news about? I mean, there's a lot of activity in the sports world about, supporting Black Lives Matter.
Well,
And,
yeah, there's a lot of black people in sports.
Did you hear about NASCAR?
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
They don't like the Confederate flag anymore.
Yeah, they banned the Confederate flag,
Yeah,
and Trump is like really mad about it, but
he's mad about the Confederate flag.
he supports the Confederate flag.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And so like a lot of other Republican politicians, like some of the like really heavy duty Republicans have been supportive of NASCAR, and like I forget which one of them said, he just said out flat out, he said, if you support business, then the Confederate flag is bad for business.
Yeah, it's probably. I think that's
So
true.
it's like the Confederate flag is just not good for
Yeah.
business. So
Well, that's good. All the flags and sports team names and everything is all placation when it comes to systematic racism, though, because that's not going to be changing things and changing the names and putting people on TV and doing all this like surface level stuff is only placating. It's only like the man is placating us a little bit to try to get these small wins that aren't actually the real win, and they're trying to distract from the real goal of creating more like true equality instead of this like surface level name garbage,
yeah.
Uh,
What album do you have up there with the pink
What?
tutus? What's your
that's
pink-
like some painting from the house. I don't know what it is. Rose.
Hi.
Hi, Rose. How are ya?
Good. I was confused at how many links I had to follow. I was like, how many things are you doing now?
We're on YouTube Live, and here.
Yeah,
As
I
it-
saw that. Yeah, and then I found the other link, and I was like, does this still work? So here I am.
Yeah, it still works, right? Are you looking at YouTube Live?
Well, now I'm looking at Zoom.
Okay, yeah, well, you were before though, because we're talking about that they're changing all these sports names from cultural
Yeah, I heard
appropriation
that.
sport. Oh yeah, but that's all placation to the real goal. That's what I was saying. But that's pizza. Let's get I've had enough of this. I mean,
That's like the other day I was at the grocery store and I wanted to treat myself with a little drink.
uh huh,
So I got a kombucha.
yeah.
And I picked out this one that was really pretty because it was a rainbow. I was like, oh, that's cute. It's a rainbow. And then I was drinking it in the car, and it was rainbow for Pride Month, which was, like, cool, but it's also, like, brand marketing. For
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny
I was
how that like during June they all get on the train and then it's over right in July. I was looking at the outside of my place of work, they got the flags and then they took down the trans flag and they put up the American flag for at the end of June going into July. And then it's like with all these months like February is like Black History Month, and then what I found out only this year is that apparently April is Asian American History Month, but nobody cares about that one. And then like June. Yeah, June is Gay Pride Month, but it's like, I think all that stuff is kind of saying that like every other month is White History Month or something. To me,
I mean, I think that there's the whole idea of American history as people are taught in schools, and like every time there's a different month, there's like, I mean, even Black History Month is like pretty much like, hey, everything you've been taught was actually missing a lot of huge pieces, and the U.S. is pretty fucked up.
yeah.
Like, the history of the U.S. is like not actually, we're not the good guys, we're the bad guys, maybe. You know, I feel like is that like, would that be like Asian? What you said? What was it?
Asian American History Month.
Yeah,
they
like
put people in concentration camps and in World War II. It's like,
also we forced the Asians to make the railroad.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but it's like there's just like giving the months to specific races is I think it's all in the line with the placation, like surface level things trying to distract from the systematic problem.
yeah, that's true.
And they're like, hey, look, here's a month on TV where he goes like, ding ding ding, we'll sell you things. Like,
Oh,
like they're gonna, they're like, we're like here at Budweiser, like
we're celebrating.
we're celebrating gay pride by putting rainbows on our beer, and then like giving money to the police or something.
This is the month when like gay people buy our product.
Yeah. Yep, that's all it is. So, but then now it's July anyway. But then it's gonna be August, which is the real, the nothing month. Like
Month zero.
I don't know if it is a month though. Maybe it's probably some other race month if they get whatever.
There's one for every month. So every day. Like, you know how they have those things where it's like, oh, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's like
Yeah, that's fake Hayakaba Day. That.
Like Ice Cream Day or Brother and Sister Day or something, Sibling Day or whatever.
Yeah.
Have a calendar that has 365 this day days. You know.
Oh yeah.
One for every day.
That was.
Now there's like 2 things on each day, or I feel like it's gonna overlap. We're gonna have like 1,000 things we want to put on.
We had a plan to do that a few years ago, but we decided that themes were too much. We're like we're gonna have a theme for every day of the year, and then next year we're gonna do it again.
It was too much.
It was too much, so we gave it up, and now we're not doing it. Are you still there, Berd?
Yep.
How's that pizza? Yeah, that's what I want to see. How's the pizza?
It smells really good. I think it got cooked for the perfect amount of time here. It's really hot though.
Don't burn yourself. Pizza burns real bad. I made myself a gross dinner of, they call it Cincinnati spaghetti. You ever heard of this stuff?
Yeah.
Or you already heard? Everybody's watching on YouTube?
Kenny, I heard you talking about eating like a whole burrito. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because in your book, you're talking about how it's best to eat burritos in small pieces so you can eat it throughout the whole day
It's true.
even 2 days.
Yeah. You buy that.
You also made a good case that we should put burritos in a push pop.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be real good.
I was like, I can't believe he said he ate a whole burrito. That's like illegal.
Yeah, sometimes I would eat the whole thing. Like if I was really like, if I'm smart about it, you can buy the burrito and then you buy it like for lunch, and then you eat it all day, and that's all you need to eat all day. You can carry it around in your backpack, and then like just take a few bites, and then you never get hungry. But the push pop thing.
So funny.
I want to get a push pop thing anyway because you could put anything into a push pop thing and like have that all day. Like I think that our system of eating is something that we could work on improving. Like
Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah.
How many bites do you need to not feel hungry?
Even once you're like feeling full, it's too much because your stomach doesn't tell you that it's full for a while. So like when you're eating, you're sitting down to a big plate of food and you're just like shoveling it in, and then you by the time you recognize that you're full, it's too late. So if you're eating like today, I'm eating this food that I don't really enjoy. Like it's
Especially if it's bread.
Yeah, this is Cincinnati spaghetti, which is just like spaghetti noodles with chili on it.
Oh my god, ew.
Yeah, it's gross. It's not good food, but I'm
chili dog.
I'm not buying food because but it is a food though. It's Cincinnati spaghetti. I've heard of it before, so it's not like
Gross.
it's gross. It like I was saying this earlier, but chili is basically dog food. Like
Penny,
yes.
you should order Uber Eats.
Yeah, but it's don't buy. It's today is don't buy anything day, otherwise you're a racist or something.
I'll order some McDonald's for you.
Yeah, but you can't buy anything today or you're a racist.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow you can buy it. But today I'm eating chili spaghetti. But the thing is, I don't really enjoy it, but it counts as food, so I'm eating as much as I can like bear, like as little. So I'm just like trying to eat something that I don't really like it. But then in 15 minutes, I feel fine, like I'm not hungry anymore, but I'm not like getting like full, all the way full. And what happens is like, usually we sit down to like a big plate of food, and they serve it to you, and then you just eat the whole thing. You're like, oh, I'm being served this much food. This is how much I should eat, but it's way a lot of food. Like we eat a lot of food, so I'm eating less these days. I don't know. It's not great. I would rather. I guess I would rather go back to the other way where I was eating like a lot and just being like overly full all the time, because it was like I was like satiated and just like kind of high off of the food, you know.
Yeah.
And now
those were the days when you were riding your bike a lot too.
Yeah, that was a nice time. I miss the old days, but I guess I always did. Now they're gone. Now I'm eating chili spaghetti. What'd you eat for dinner, Rose?
I didn't really have a great dinner either. I just made up some little sandwiches with Hawaiian bread, and I put a piece of cheese inside and some chips.
What was it? Potato chips?
It was pretty good. It all mashed down into like one bite because Hawaiian bread is so squishy.
Yeah, cheese and potato chips?
Yeah.
What kind
it
of
was
potato?
Munster cheese and Dijon chips. Honey Dijon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound like very substantial. Like this, my
It's
chili.
just like a little snacky. I don't know. I ate like a few of them. I wasn't that hungry.
The chili spaghetti
So.
is more substantial, but it's not good.
But it's like nighttime. I don't know. I don't get that hungry at nighttime.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's dinner time for me. Did you eat like an actual dinner around like 6 or 7, though?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm more hungry around lunchtime, and then I like snack throughout the day.
I made like a lot of chili spaghetti like at like 1 p.m. and I've just been eating it all day. Every time I start feeling a little hungry, I just go for a couple more bites and.
Put it in a push pop.
Yeah, I want the push pop thing. Like you can just like put
That would look
anything
so
in the.
gruesome. Can you imagine just like pulling out and then like the spaghetti would be hanging over?
Well,
Just be like,
I think with the push pop concept, it's supposed to be like everything's supposed to be chopped up. Like it's not like it's like more like burrito fillings on spaghetti. Like you can't have anything that long. Like you would maybe like macaroni would be better for the push pop thing.
You could put it in a plastic bag and like snip the corner off and kind of squeeze it out like it's cake frosting.
The push pop though is like I'm imagining that it's got like maybe some kind of like turning mechanism that you can and it's like dishwasher safe. I should probably make this thing. But
Because, yeah, you get rich.
it's like a tube, and the tube is got to be like about the size of your mouth. So it's not like a push pop's like a little. So then that way you get like, take a bite out of the tube, and then it's got like a cap, and you can seal it up, and it's like kind of like a gun, like a caulking gun, you know.
That would be
crank.
really useful in the zero gravity environment of space.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. This is like space food, basically.
Well, it's just like utilitarian food. Like we're all like, a lot of our. I mean, this is like the balance you're trying to get between like food for fun, or for sustaining yourself. And
there needs to be two names for this. Like there needs to be a word for the food that is like for enjoyment and the food that's for necessity. You know, like why have we combined it in this like way where it's confusing?
Yeah. So with like this gun, you just like you don't even need to think about food. You're like working all day, you're doing all this stuff, and you're like, oh, I gotta feed myself on top of all this other stuff. But if you have like this thing, and then you can just like keep all your tubes. You have like all these tubes in the freezer. And then you have your like machine. Then you just like pull out the new tube and reload your food gun for the day. And it could have like layers. You know, it starts off with like eggs and stuff, and then it goes into like lunch and dinner.
Yeah, a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we have water bottles. It's like there's no other. We have water bottles because humans need water to be alive.
Yeah.
We don't have like food bottles where it's just like you have like the food mixture.
Yeah. So I'm doing this thing. I'm doing it. I've been preaching about being like not what was it? Desires. No desires. No more desires. Only like live to keep moving forward. And if you like want things, then that's too much. So I'm like forced to live my thing. But this is it's like my what's your fantasy? And it's like, well, people want to live in a mansion with, a pool or something. But I'm like, I want to live in a cabin with a push pop full of food and not want anything. That's what I want. That's my dream.
All right.
Sounds like Star Trek or something.
I'm gonna go, but it was fun to see you guys. Also, look, I'm on page. Can you see that? 184.
Oh wow! You're more than halfway through. I think you're getting. I was gonna think you're gonna get into the into like the dark parts of it. I think you're already getting there. Like, cause in the beginning, it's like before it all went down, and then I think it's gonna get. I think the book's gonna get like darker.
It's about fish.
Huh?
I think you have 2 pages about fish.
I have 2 pages about a few things.
Okay.
I guess I start getting. I'm like, did I do that already? And then I think I kind of decided that if I did, but then you can like try to look at the 2 pages because there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, it's been great. I like it.
That's good. Thanks, Rose. Rose is reading my book, everybody. Maybe I'm going to publish it, and then you can get it on the programs. If you're watching the program, you want to read my book, you could probably figure it out. So thanks, Rose. We're here every day, 8:45. Come back. Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm queuing this. Okay, bye, Future. I guess I should have gotten Rose on the message to Future because I'm queuing it up right now. Freddy, did you move your camera over?
I moved the camera over because I was trying to make it so it'd be easier for me to look at the screen while I'm looking at the camera, but it didn't really work. I like moved it almost like 180 degrees across the room, and now it's in another spot. And now, like, here's me looking at you.
Yeah.
And now I'm just looking this direction instead of looking this direction. So
It's
I don't
okay.
think there's a way to do it unless I get a really wide angle lens. So
I'm fine with this. You got a stack of, is that VCRs or just like other gear and stuff?
This is that like color change VCR or color change. You know that like one video switcher that doesn't really switch video, just like really enhances color. That's this. This is a tape deck like that plays cassette tapes. This is some sort of a weird. I had 2 equalizers for some reason that are supposed to like change the bass treble. And then I have another tape deck and then a VCR that is that fancy VCR Jackson bought that one time where I didn't even use it.
Okay, I'm gonna record a message to the future. Here we go. Hey, Future, it's us the past.
Cincinnati spaghetti.
It's not good, but it's food. Food push pops. We're talking to Rose.
She's reading the book. Bird's eating pizza. How's the pizza, Bird?
It's good. Yep. Frozen pizza, very good.
All right, bye, Future. Yeah, did you see I wrote a book, Berd? Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's 300 pages long. Rose is reading it.
Wow. That's amazing. 300 pages.
It's real. It's full.
Epic.
It's a full-length book.
Yeah.
It's an average book.
Is it you know, a series of short stories?
It's a series of essays. I'm calling
Nice.
it. But Rosa is more than halfway through it already, and it's only been like a week, so I guess you can read it. It's like takes a lot less time to read than to write.
Yeah.
You gonna read it?
Did you
You gonna read it when you get your turn?
post it on the internet?
I don't know yet, but right now it's only in a physical form, and we're just passing it around. So you gotta read it in just the original.
You also have to not lose any pages. That's an important.
Oh yeah, maybe you should get it next ready so that we can scan it so that it doesn't get lost. Because yeah, the originals are getting passed around right now.
My plan is to scan it and then reproduce it as it is, and cut it in half. Like so, basically, I'm going to print 2 pages per 8.5 by 11 sheet.
Yeah.
And chop it, stack it, and then maybe get like some sort of like cover to keep it in, and then we can give people copies.
How do we bind it?
Should we bind it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It depends. I have to read the book first because I know,
okay.
like, at least in the beginning, you describe how the book is formed in a sense.
Yeah.
And the first set of reproductions, the first edition should like really adhere to that, whatever that says.
Yeah, Rose is reading the book, and I don't know, Rose, you still watching on YouTube? I was talking to somebody else, and like they were not so happy about the book, and they're like, "You're making people read that thing." Like, yep. So
people want to read it.
Yeah, people want to read it. I think Rose is giving me good feedback, but sometimes I want people. It's like, hey, this is really stupid. You should burn this. Like, I'm calling Grandma.
Penny,
Hi, Grandma.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. And I think that's you going to talk to Andrew, okay?
Yeah. Are you drinking water, Grandma?
Huh?
You drinking water?
Yeah, I drink water.
You got some out right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I going to drink water, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I better go get a water.
Yeah. Tell Andrew to get it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta charge his phone when I'm done here.
Okay.
You drinking water, Berd, Freddy?
Okay, I go get it.
Okay.
Here, talk to
Tell Andrew to
here.
get it for you.
Yep.
I'm
You
drinking
should,
water.
Go get Grandma water, Andrew.
She got it.
You should buy your grandma one of those 5-gallon jugs, you know, so she
Yeah.
can have really high quality
Are you drinking water, Andrew?
water.
Yeah, you drinking water?
What are you doing?
I watch a movie. What are you doing?
What movie you watching?
1917.
I saw that. Me and Berd saw that in the theater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Remember movie theaters?
Yeah,
See it
it's
together?
kind of a tearjerker.
Yeah, movie theaters are like my favorite thing to do, and I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to them, and it's sad.
Are you afraid of him now?
Yep.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna tell my kids, or not my kids, but like the kids of the world. I'm gonna say, when we were young, we used to go to these things called movie theaters where everybody breathed on each other.
You're not gonna have kids?
I better be pretty soon because I'm getting old.
Nah.
Why, you gonna have kids? You planning on kids?
I don't know. Who knows?
I was talking to you about adopting a kid, like us two and Grandma, and then basically for like a pet baby for Grandma.
Okay.
But I don't know if we can go to the adoption clinic and be like, we're brothers, but we want this baby for our grandmother. Like, we're not a family, so we're not like a, like.
All right.
Huh?
I want a kid just for looks.
Yeah, well, just like it's like you're getting for Grandma, because Grandma wants a baby, but we don't want to bring
What about
more
Mom?
life into this awful world, I guess. You know.
What about Mom?
Well, have the baby for Mom too.
Yeah.
Go get a baby, and then take turns with the baby to raise the baby and have grandma do it somewhat too?
I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Still could do it, maybe. I mean, there's lots of babies that need adoption, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adopt a baby.
Yeah, but I don't know about now because I mean, I'm scared of the world right now, but I guess the babies are still already existing, so.
Yeah, now's not a good time.
Yeah, instead of a dog, though. Instead of a dog, get a baby, you know?
Yeah, Tupac says he didn't want kids because he didn't want to have black kids in this world.
Oh, yeah. He didn't know about the black... Oh, he's talking about a black president. But we got one.
Yeah,
then we got
Kanye wants to be president?
Oh man.
Yeah. What's his... He as a Republican?
Yeah, I think so.
I was always talking about running for president in 2024 because I didn't want to be an incumbent, but I have dropped that. I am no longer running for president in 2024 officially.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I said I was going to, but not after all this. I've learned my lesson from the last couple of months. No.
It's not funny anymore.
I'm not. Yeah, it's not funny anymore. I am no longer humorously running for president.
Yeah.
All right.
It's sad that I think Kanye is probably not being humorous. I think he's serious, which is a scary thing.
Yeah, Kanye. Well, I mean, he got like the news, but he's like wearing the MAGA hat, right? Like.
Yeah.
Is your father still wearing the MAGA hat, right?
He used to like Trump.
I don't know. You know, I haven't really like. I probably, especially lately, I've been realizing, like everyone is telling you that you need to like talk to the people in your life who like disagree with you.
Yeah.
And like, all my life, my father and I have been talking about things we disagree on, and it's like I kind of had over the last like couple of years stopped doing that, or like tried to like place boundaries for my own sanity to like not do that. And so now I have to basically undo this weird like boundary setting work that I've done in order to do this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like to believe, you know, he's definitely like, he is not against the Black Lives Matter movement. He's told me that much.
Yeah.
I think he probably still has some like, you know, he's definitely got some messed up stuff. He loves capitalism, which I think is like a huge part of the problem. I'm interested. I'm like trying to work up the.
But I wonder if he at least took off the hat because I heard that like a lot of like the supporters are losing, so they're dropping it. So.
I mean, how could you not? He's like, this virus thing. Like his whole cabinet has the coronavirus. Or I mean, Herman Cain for one thing is like an easy one to say. He literally probably got the coronavirus at the rally that he went to. It didn't.
Oh my God.
Or he already had the virus and like spread it to people at the rally. They're in the hospital now. He's old. Like he's not gonna. I mean, we're gonna see what happens. Like, I don't wish him ill, but like
I haven't heard that name in a long time. What was that guy?
I wish him very ill. I hope he dies.
I don't like that. I don't think that people should be like hoping people die. Because
I don't care.
you think it's like okay on like your side, and you're like wishing the other person on the other side dies. But then that's the people who like there were protesters who got run over in Seattle, and people are like celebrating that. It's like it's never good to celebrate like
I don't care.
death.
Yeah, and I think Andrew's being facetious.
That's like a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, Andrew's being facetious though. You're saying like, I don't care. People are like, I don't think that's a very good thing to say. Like, yeah.
No,
I just want Trump to die. That's all.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I've heard people say like, why hasn't Trump got coronavirus and died yet? But it's like that could happen.
No, the leader of Brazil. What kind of leader is it?
Yeah, the president or the prime minister or whatever he is.
He got it.
Yeah, but maybe he's also. I heard that he's eating that hydrochlorothiazide pills.
He got it. No, the guy got the disease. He got the COVID.
That's what they're saying, but I don't even know if
the mayor of Atlanta has it.
Oh my God.
Yep. But she
like,
she
you're doing
doesn't
the right
have
thing,
symptoms.
Kenny, is staying in because it's worse than it's ever been right now.
I know, man. I'm thinking about quitting my job again. Now I'm like, I'm gonna go back to work. Like, it's not good.
They should bring back all the exact same unemployment things.
Yeah.
Because we're just as bad as we were. So
it's worse. It's worse than before. Oh my God, I'm scared of it, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of have resigned myself to eventually getting it. I think so. It's like
run out of money, America.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's see. Did we record a message of the future? What did you eat for dinner, Andrew?
We already got a message of the future.
Okay. What did you eat for dinner, Andrew?
Chicken.
What kind of chicken?
Winco.
What, like a rotisserie or chicken wings or what?
Rotisserie chicken.
You went to Winco today?
Yeah.
How was it?
Fine.
They got masks?
Yeah.
You think there was less people at Winco because of the Buy Nothing Day, Andrew?
Because of the what?
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be Buy Nothing Day today.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, it's like supposed to be for the next 4 days or something.
Whoa, really?
It was actually started on July 4th, so maybe tomorrow's the last day or something.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, I haven't bought anything in weeks.
I forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really buy things that much anymore. That's like all I used to do. I used to wake up and then go out in the world and be like, I'm gonna go buy stuff. I was like, that's all I had to do, you know? I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm bored. I'm gonna go buy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know what. I would go to to Walmart or to thrift stores with a budget. I'm like, I'm gonna go spend $20, and then I didn't even know what I was gonna be. I'd come home with a record and some scissors or something.
You gotta go spend your change right now. Do you know it's a national change shortage?
Why? Because nobody's spending cash?
I don't know why.
Change
shortage? Who's feeling the pain of the shortage?
There's not enough actual physical transactions happening out there in the world right now.
Yeah, most people aren't doing cash. They shouldn't be doing cash.
Yeah.
It's the end of cash, maybe.
It could be.
At my job, someone was really pissed off that they couldn't use cash. I don't know why exactly. They're like, this is really inconvenient, as they pulled out their credit card. I'm like,
well,
yeah.
It's like kind of crazy. I remember when my place wasn't getting cash either, and it's like, you're not taking cash? Like, here, this is money. Like, you're not taking this money? Like, it's like, I can see how it could be what like, you know, just viscerally frightening to not have to say somebody like, no, I am not accepting that. And you're like, this is but that's it seems like the end of society almost.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You're like, but it's like this. So are you telling me that this piece of paper is no longer worth the thing I thought it was?
Yeah.
It's like, that coupon. It's like coupon. You're like, you have all your cash, and you think this cash is gonna never expire, but now it's like you have expired coupons of value with racist slave owners printed on it.
I mean, who knows what gold even was to begin with? It's kind of weird that gold was money in the first place.
Yeah.
But now it's not even connected to gold, so it's like now it really is a coupon. It's basically a promise. You've got a piece of paper that's a promise.
It's like that piece of paper. Only fives. Only fives now, because all those other guys were racist slave owners.
Yeah.
Except for Lincoln.
Oh, man, I know the program's about to get over, but here's my idea. So I know that we're changing the Washington Redskins. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but Washington State is named currently after George Washington, the president who was a slave owner, and whatever. It's Washington, obviously first president. Lots of things people like that, but we also have our very own George Washington in Washington specific, who is like one of the first settlers of Washington, a black man who was kicked out of Oregon, I think.
Whoa. His name is George Washington also?
Yeah,
I think that was George Bush.
And
yeah.
what, George Bush?
Yeah, his name is George Bush.
George Bush. Oh, what? Really?
Well, there's
totally
one guy
ruins
that,
my idea.
There was
the
like
founders of Sunwater.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot of Washingtons, but that's like still just change who it's named after. Be like, we're no longer named after this guy. We're named after. We'll change the flag.
That was my idea, but I guess I thought his name was George Washington.
What about George Washington Carver? Isn't George Washington Carver somebody? Isn't he?
It was George Washington Bush.
What about the guy that made peanut butter?
Yeah.
That's George Washington Carver, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He invented peanut butter. Our state's named after him. Yeah, I was thinking we can change the name of the state to, like, Puyallup or Nisqually.
That'd be good. George Washington. Oh, see, that makes more sense because that's the whole thing is that we're ignoring the actual history of the land in favor of the colonizing history.
What about Rainier? If it was called Rainier State,
I say we name the state YDHWM land.
That's pretty good.
All right, well, we made it.
George Bush of Washington. His name was Washington. His name was George Washington Bush.
George Washington Bush. Thanks, Berd. Thanks, Freddy. Thanks, Rose. And I think that's everybody, right?
Yep. And Andrew. Don't forget Andrew.
Andrew and Grandma, we made it. All right, here's the credits. Dong 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 dong. Thanks for watching.
Fuzzy Bear.
It's Tuesday. We're on TCTV channel 22, 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Yeah, YDHWM.com. 360-836-4384. Call me a message. Get on TV. Yeah. 109 State Avenue, number 3. We're not there anymore, but you can go by, and nobody ever did in the first place, but we're not there. UFO FBI, it's a good song. You still out there in Sweden?
Washington Bush, and there's also George Washington, who was the founder of Centralia.
TCTV, the baby, Dirty Fellows, Graham, Southspy.org, John Webster, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you, and Drew, this is you're watching. Thank you.
We can rename Washington.
Hell yeah, dog! Bye!
Bye.